Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Fictional Motivation. I'm your host, Quan, and just kind of jams to this right quick. Very nice. All right, I'll turn it down. The reason why I'm doing another fictional motivation is because this actually was resting on my mind during the weekend. So this time we'll be diving into the movie, one of my favorites from Sylvester Stallone. Movie Daylight, on giving it your all and having hope that there's always a chance. Hope everyone's doing good. And here we go. Going to go into the synopsis of what Google gives it. Daylight. A group of armed robbers fleeing the police head for the New Jersey tunnel and run right into trucks carrying toxic waste. The spectacular explosion that follows results in both ends of the tunnel collapsing, and the handful of people who survived the explosion are now in peril. Kit Latora is the only man with skills and knowledge to lead the band of survivors out of the tunnel before the structure collapses. I really liked this movie. This was like one of my favorites besides of Sylvester Stallone. This is one of his memorable ones besides, the Rocky series, because this is where I kind of saw him as more of a leader kind of role, and I just have a particular heart for certain survival movies, certain drama movies in that regard. But I really like this movie because when you really kind of look at everything, it really doesn't slow down. Like, there's a slow for a little bit, then something else happens. There's a slow for a little bit, then something else happens. Like, I don't want to spoil the whole movie. I want y'all to go see it as best as you can. I know it's a bit of an old movie. It came out during it feels like it came out during pretty much the 90s, maybe like way early 2000s, like way early. But I'm having to bet it's probably 90s for sure. But yeah, I would advise you to go watch this movie because it's pretty much a survival drama that doesn't let up. Like every time, like pretty much once that event happens, it just seems like it just keeps on going. Like if it's not this thing, it's a different thing that happens. It's a different thing that happens. There's pretty much destruction that happens all around, and Kit has pretty much, he not only took it upon himself to do this, but he volunteered and went into the disaster zone to go and get those kids out, to go and get those people out, you know? And that's a tough thing to do when you really think about it. I mean, because pretty much when you see in the beginning of the movie, nobody thought that they could get in there. Like nobody even wanted to get in there because they knew it was already a hassle to get into pretty much a closed off tunnel. And even if you do get them in there, you're now pretty much burdened, in some cases cursed, with trying to find a way out. And so, but Kit, Sly's character, went in there, pretty much almost lost his life going in there. And pretty much in the whole movie, there's been multiple times where somebody else's life could have been taken, and some people's lives have been taken. But he continues to push forward. Now, what's the big takeaway from this movie? To always give it your all. Even though it seems that there's an obstacle every 5 minutes in the movie, and that can apply in life. There could be an obstacle almost what feels like every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. The fact is that you try your best to put your best foot forward, that you try to keep going, that you try to strategize, that you try to keep pushing. That is severely important. Not only if you're not in any kind of leadership position, but double so if you are in a leadership position. And when I mean by leadership position, I do not mean something that's like militant or in a job. This could also be you serving your community, because remember, sometimes people are watching you and you don't know it until they make a mention of, hey, I've been watching you. You've been doing pretty good. It's been popping up in, I guess, in my life for a while, to where it's just like, I've been seeing you doing this things. I was like, I didn't even know you noticed. But it's good to keep going. It's good to keep your best foot forward, not only because it's the best thing for you to do, but also it's the best thing for other people to see that you do, so that they can also try to put their best foot forward. And alongside that is he always continues to keep having hope. No matter how troublesome, no matter how dark it gets, no matter how grim it looks like it's about to happen, Kit always saying like this is a chance. And that's like his word. That's like, in Naruto, even though we know what he really says, in English Naruto, that his words pretty much believe it. Kit has the same thing, to where it's just like, this is his word. Like, he may not say it as often, but you'll see that pretty much that's a good often of a word, where it's just like, there's always a chance. And that's what kind of leaves in, is that there's always a chance that you can turn that around. There's always a chance that you can push through. There's always a chance that the dawn is coming, and we have to keep pushing forward. With that being said, this was like I said, this was very heartfelt for me, because I remember seeing this in my younger days, and now kind of flashbacking to it. It was such a great, crazy drama movie. Like, so many things was happening that was going on. So many situations that probably a lot of people don't want to be put into, and it's happened to kind of cascade into the interesting flow of events that made that incident happen. But with that incident came one of the best heroes to go in and go out of that with the best thing, with the best outlook, even with, some of the best background. Like, his background, he's pretty much in the movie, he's kind of since he was in a leadership position, when something went down, when something bad happened, pretty much in his past, it was deemed that it was his fault. And so he has to pretty much carry that cross, which, that's an interesting thing, kind of popped in my head. It's pretty much his cross that he has to bear, even though he pretty much thought and knew that was the best he could do. Like, and we've all had those tough decisions, to where this is a tough decision, and I may come out looking like a villain. I may come out looking a little heartless, but this has to be done. This has to work. And this is the same thing. Like, there's some tough calls in here, and at the same time, he does it with the best that he can do. He's put into some tough positions, and he still crawls out of it. So, as for the ending summary for you, things may be getting tough, but remember, there's still a chance that you can turn it around. There's still a chance that good things can still happen. There is still a chance that dawn can be rising. There's a good chance that horrible storm, that horrible event, that horrible cataclysm, that you are experiencing can end. And all you need to do is keep putting your best foot forward, keep moving forward, and have hope that it's coming. With that being said, hope you have an awesome day. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, share it to some people. It always helps. Respect the geekdom, as I like to say. I'm your host, Quan. Hope you have an awesome day. Deuces.